Here's a pretty common question between triathletes that I've actually been asked a lot, and I actually wondered myself, and that is, do you really have to do flip turns if you're a triathlete? So I've been doing triathlon for almost 5 years now, but I only really learned how to do flip turns consistently about 2 years ago. So that goes to show that you really don't need to know flip turns if you're just getting started. When I was showing up to my first practices, I really had no background in swimming whatsoever, so I was just trying to keep up with the other people on the team, and I didn't really have time to try to do flip turns when I really didn't know what I was doing. So I would just do the classic lift your head up and turn around maneuver, and I wouldn't really try to do flip turns whatsoever. So the takeaway from my experience is that if you're a newer triathlete, focus more on your swim and less on doing flip turns since it's not really necessary. If you're looking to lead up to a race and you're nervous about your swimming and you don't have the confidence, don't waste your time trying to do flip turns since you're not even really going to be doing that in a race. Even for your training, it's not 100% necessary, so focus more on the swim if that's what you really have to work out, and the flip turns can come later on if you need to. If you're a newer triathlete, doing flip turns can be really intimidating. All the pros do them, but you know, when you try them, they're really hard to do. But if you get more comfortable in the pool, you get more training in, they'll come a lot more naturally once you try to do them. For newer triathletes, definitely do not try to do flip turns if you don't already know how to do them. Focus more on your swim. But once you get comfortable, it will be really beneficial for you to be able to do flip turns. When I started doing flip turns, I found my workouts felt a lot smoother, they felt a lot faster, and they felt better. And the workouts actually go by faster for some reason. I find that taking your head out of the water just kind of breaks the, beat that you're in when you're swimming. And just the feel of doing flip turns makes the whole workout feel a lot smoother. Another thing that you're definitely gonna notice is that your times are gonna get a lot faster since you're spending a lot less time, changing directions at each end of the pool. So once you're more comfortable in the water, it's definitely a good idea to start doing flip turns, but you're not gonna have the greatest technique when you start. At first, no one really showed me how to do them. I just kind of did what I thought they were supposed to do. And since then, I've kind of evolved my technique to be a lot better. So I'm gonna explain to you guys what the good technique is for doing flip turns, and then I'll explain a little bit how I actually do them, since I don't have the perfect technique yet still. So how you should really be doing flip turns is you come up to the edge of the pool with both of your hands like this, and then on your last stroke, you leave your arm here, and then the last stroke for your other arm, you leave your arm there. And your arms will be at your side. And once you get to the pool, you just tuck your head down and do a flip. And during this whole process, your arm should stay at your side, and then you'll push off of the wall. At this point, you should be upside down, and then as you swim away, you should be flipping over to your stomach and then continuing swimming on. When I started, I really had no idea what I was doing, so I would use my arms a lot to help me flip around. So this is actually not the way you should be doing it, and I still kind of use my arms to this day. So the couple things that I do wrong, like I mentioned, I use my arms a little bit to flip over, a lot less than I used to. The other thing that I do wrong is I'll actually kind of flip onto my stomach in the middle of the turn, since I never really got used to doing it upside down. So this is technically not the right technique, but I actually know a lot of swimmers who actually do it like this too. So I don't really find this to be as big of a deal. So overall, even triathletes like me don't always do the right technique. And I really don't think that's that big of a deal, since in races, I'm really not doing flip turns, and it's not really gonna be improving my times during the race. It's just for my training. So I'd rather be spending more time working on my actual workouts and maybe getting better at flip turns much more slowly during these workouts. I don't really find that spending practice time doing flip turns is really worth it for me for races where I'm not actually doing flip turns in them. So I would say just get good enough at them that you don't always have to think about doing flip turns, they just come naturally, but don't try to spend too much time perfecting them. So that's my take on doing flip turns for triathletes. I hope it was slightly helpful for you guys. If it was, be sure to like it down below and leave a comment if you want to. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe and never stop trying.